Hi, my name is Lilly Bedell, and today I'm going to be talking about my favorite brain part, which is the habenula. The habenula is a new and relatively unfamiliar brain structure in the scientific community. It is the topic of research in lots of modern studies involving depression, addiction, reward processes, sexual behaviors, motivation, sleep, and more. It works with the pineal gland to make up the epithalamus. The habenula is attached to a stalk on the diencephalon and appears as two small swellings. It has both a lateral and medial section. The function of the habenula is something that brain scientists are still trying to understand. By now, it is understood that the habenula has serotonergic and dopaminergic influence. This means that it likely plays a role in the reward process. It receives information from the limbic system and basal ganglia, and then sends this information to the substantia nigra and the VTA. These structures are also involved in the reward processes. What's unique about the habenula is that it seems to handle a lack of rewards, which would be like disappointment, punishment, and stimuli associated with negative experiences. Researchers believe the habenula helps us learn from aversive experiences and avoid these experiences in the future. The habenula is activated during prolonged periods of stress and depression. It seems to be involved in pessimism and negative thoughts. Patients with major depressive disorder have been found to have abnormalities involving the habenula. Patients unresponsive to typical depression treatment don't respond to habenular stimulation as expected. More research is needed to find out why. Sleep is another important aspect of life that the habenula can affect. It has connections with the pineal gland, which releases melatonin. Some believe that the habenula can secrete melatonin independently. Animals who have had their habenulas lesioned have shown REM sleep disruption. Researchers are now trying to find out if there is a connection between sleep disruption and depression within the habenula. My favorite fact about the habenula is that it's shown to play a role in addiction and withdrawal behaviors. Due to its regulation of major neurotransmitters, the habenula has a great deal of potential influence over normal and abnormal behaviors. In a 2014 study by Velasquez and colleagues, it was discovered that deep brain stimulation of the habenula could decrease cocaine-seeking behavior in rodents. This may not be a foolproof approach, however, because cocaine and other drugs degenerate the fasciculus retroflux, which plays a role in the habenula's activity. Since drug rehabilitation today consists mostly of therapy and counseling, having a structural approach to rehabilitation could be a promising strategy in the future. No human studies have been done to my knowledge, but some research is beginning to involve nicotine. The habenula is my favorite brain part because it is new and somewhat mysterious. Much more research needs to be done on this structure, and I think that it is representative as psychology and the brain as a whole. It makes me hopeful for a future in the field. The thought that I could be a scientist who makes an important discovery makes me more passionate about what I'm studying. I also enjoy researching the causes behind depression. Millions of people are affected by depression, and even more suffer from it silently. I have had my own experience with negativity and depression, as have many of my friends and loved ones. I want to be able to understand it better, help society understand it better, and find new ways to combat it. The information shown on these slides came from a website called Neuroscientifically Challenged. Thank you for listening to me talk about my favorite brain part, the habenula.